Hey guys, welcome back to AlgoYogi. We are doing two pointers series, and our next problem in the list is move zeros. Let's go to the problem on LeetCode. It's a LeetCode easy problem. So given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. Copy of the array, not the copy of the array. Okay, so nums this, and now output is basically moving all the zeros to the end and maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. So what I really mean is we had nums and our task was to basically move all the zeros to the end. So this was supposed to be our output, and so it's like 1 and 3 and 12, and both of these zeros are sent to the back, and that is our answer. Now how we're going to do it is we will maintain a pointer. So let me basically get rid of this, and we will have a pointer. So first we are iterating using basically for loop all the values, and there is a pointer that's called p1, right, or just p, that's also pointing to the index 0. Then whenever we come across a non-zero value, then we are going to basically place that value at p1 and then increase p1, and I will keep continuing. And there will be a point when we run out of the values. By then we have placed all the non-zero values, and we have this if condition. If something is not equal to 0, that means we're placing that particular element to basically p1. So initially what will really happen is we will have p1 pointing to 0, then I is increasing, 0 not considered, 1 considered, place it at p1, increment the p1 to basically next position. So it's pointing over here now, basically 2 is 0 1, then this is ignored, 3 is coming here, then 12 is coming over here. Then we're gonna have these two places remaining, but right now they will contain 12 and 3 and 12 because it's the same array we are using, nums. But what will really happen is our pointer is now pointing at 3, so p1 is pointing over here. Then we can use a while loop to fill these remaining places with 0. So let's do that right away because it's such an easy peasy problem. So we have pointer pointing to 0, then we have a for loop for I in range, and that is length nums. Okay, and if basically nums I is not equal to 0, that means we want to place it nums p is updated with nums I. Okay, otherwise they keep going, and there will be a point where we are done placing all the values in the front with the relative order from front to the back, and then we are at a point somewhere either there were no zeros and then we are done doing it. But if let's say there were a lot of zeros, and then we gotta fill the remaining spaces after p including with zeros. So while p is basically less than length nums, until then basically what we can do is just nums p place 0 and p increment p by 1. Okay, I think, and that's it. And we weren't supposed to return anything, we just updated it. And let's run it on the test cases. Looks pretty good, doesn't not look good actually. Why did we place zeros here? If nums I is not equal to, yes, we forgot to increment p, so we can't make mistakes like that in the interview. Okay, I mean, I'm just being casual here, so it's okay. We're just having fun. Awesome. Submit it. It's gonna be a pretty short video. So okay, so it's a good solution. Let the time complexity big of n, that's the length of the array, and space complexity is big of 1, that's constant because we are doing everything in place. Although we are doing two loops, you know, it's like solving something in 2 go. I'm sure there's a solution that does it 1 go, but I don't want to get into it right now. So let's mark this solved on AlgoYogi and see you guys in the next problem. Until then, bye bye.